Okay. What's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a home edition of Morning Scone presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. Restored Motions, RestoredMotions.com, and ProCharge EV, ProChargeEV.com. Glad to have you all aboard with us here today. Trivia Carter, Tim Gotro, good morning. Let's see, Baseball Tigers drop one last night to ULL, 8-5. I'll spare you the whole midweek games don't matter thing, because at this point, if you're still in any way confused on what I mean by that, then you're willfully ignorant, and it's just not worth having that conversation. So, LSU losing the game doesn't prevent it from reaching any of its goals. If LSU won the game, it wouldn't guarantee or get LSU any closer to any of its goals. A couple of things on the game in particular. The most important thing, by a mile, the most important thing from last night's game was Javen Coleman. First time in more than a year that we've seen Javen Coleman pitch. Of course, had the UCL injury a year ago, had Tommy John. He's been on the shelf. He missed all of that. He only pitched 3 times last year, 6 innings. Battled back. We had seen him in the bullpen this past weekend a couple times against Kentucky, getting hot, getting ready to go in. And we got to see him pitch yesterday. Started the game, very controlled setting. Obviously, he was only going to go 1 inning, end up throwing 16 pitches, and boy, was it effective. He went strikeout, fly out. And I will say, yep, I'll take that every single time, man. And it wasn't just strikeout, fly out. The first hitter he faced, he actually got, that's not the one I want, sorry. He got behind in the count, battled back, and I want to check the box score right here, so I want to make sure that I got it right. It was a full count. So he went ball, foul, so strike 1-1, ball, so it's a 3-1 count, comes back and gets a called strike, then gets a swinging to miss strike for strike 3. So it battles back from 3-1 to get the strikeout. Next batter got a 2-2 strikeout. And then the third batter, he got a 2-2 fly out to right field. So efficient, filled up the zone like he did before, put away stuff, swing and miss stuff, weak contact, like exactly what you wanted to see. Like what you didn't want to see was him struggle with command. You didn't want to see the velocity dip. I mean, he ran it up there as high as 95 yesterday. And it was to the third hitter because he got him down 0-2 and wasted one high at about 95. So I guess my point with all that is to say, okay, LSU lost a midweek game. Y'all know my feeling on it, whatever. The most important thing is Javen Coleman was good. He was good. And so now, as Jay Johnson said after the game, the real key is, how does he feel today? So Javen Coleman pitches 16 pitches in a game, really let it loose for the first time in more than a year. Now, how does he feel today when he wakes up? Is he ready? Is he feeling normal today? Because boy, he sure looked good yesterday. So Coleman got the start, and then I guess the opposite end of that spectrum would be Thatcher Hurd, who, we talked about yesterday, and a lot of you asked me who I thought would start. My speculation was Thatcher Hurd would start, not knowing Javen Coleman was going to get the ball. So Hurd was next up, right? So Hurd threw the second, or went in the game in the second. Faced 5 hitters and only got 1 guy out. He walked 2. He gave up 2 hits. He allowed 2 runs. It was just. It's just what we've seen from Thatcher Hurd. So there's no reason to begin to believe at this point you're going to get anything of value from him. You've tried him in every role. You've tried him as a weekend starter. You've tried him as a midweek starter. You've tried him as a middle relief guy. You've tried him as a late inning guy. You've tried him late, middle relief weekend. You've tried him late inning during the week. I mean, you've literally tried every role you can, and he just can't get guys out. He walks too many guys, doesn't command the zone, and when he has to put it over the plate, he gets hit. So it's perplexing. I texted a buddy of mine who's a scout, and I said, because look, I mean, it's their busy season right now. I said, look, man, when you have time, I'm going to need you to explain to me what in the world happened to Thatcher Hurd, because I don't get it. And the guy said, yeah, it's perplexing because the stuff is too good. I mean, the stuff is undeniable with Hurd. He just cannot command it. And if he ever figures that part out, he'll be great. But at this point, you have no reason to believe he will in short order. So you got to look for other options. And Javen Coleman's emergence was pretty good. Now, as far as the game itself, y'all, I mean, look, I also think what we are seeing right now is a very clear indication of how badly you miss Gavin Dugas. Because, look, when Gavin, not only is Gavin your table setter at the top of your lineup, but that also puts an extra bat in the lineup instead of having Merrifield or Napolt in your lineup, right? I mean, think about how we were talking about just laughing at the fact that Jordan Thompson was your 8-hole hitter, right? I mean, that's an embarrassment of riches to have Braden Jobert and Jordan Thompson hitting 7-8 in your lineup. Like, in most SEC lineups, those could be your 2 and 3 or 3 and 4 hole hitters. Well, with Dugas out, remember Thompson moved up to the cleanup spot for one game this weekend. It just messes up the entire flow and order of your batting lineup. And so then yesterday, Merrifield got the start, went 0 for 3. Napolt replaced him late, but I just you need Gavin Dugas back. It's pretty evident, with the way that this team wants to win. When Dugas isn't there, it makes the back of your lineup, the bottom third of your order, far less intimidating, and puts way more pressure on the top half of your lineup again, similar to last year. So anyway, and let's see, was there anything else? I feel bad for Riley Cooper. He got the loss, and when LSU had taken the lead. No, I'm sorry. LSU tied the game at 2. LSU tied the game at 2. Cooper gives up a homer to go down 4-2. LSU gets a run back. It's 4-3. Then in the 4th, consecutive batters. When will this ever happen again? Trey Morgan and Dylan Cruz lose balls in the sky. And so instead of being out of the inning, down 1, back in the dugout, ready to hit, you allow 2 more runs to score, and LSU just kind of Very similar to Friday night against Kentucky when you had the back-to-back misplays with, White at third and then Joe Barron right field. Um, that dazed this team, and it took them a little while before they got it together again. But anyway, so Tigers fall, but the real big news, Javen Coleman. So great to see him back out there. Okay, let's say some good morning, see what y'all got here. Devin Johnson, good morning. Trey Fisher, what's up, Fish? Good to see you. Kelly Gross. Oh, Kelly Gross is in Dublin, Ireland. Okay. Color me green with envy. Get it? Ireland, Irish, green, envy, jealous. You're in Ireland. Yeah. Megan Hurst, good morning. Back from Boston with a 4-minute marathon PR and requalified for next year. That's awesome, Megan. Congrats. What was your time? That's awesome. Congratulations. Charlie Cavell, Bubba Tatum, good morning. Jeff McKithen, Dylan Horn. I feel like a lot of Thatcher Hurd's issues may be between the ears. Well, I don't know if it's between the ears, Dylan, but it's certainly something mechanical. Now, whether that's stemming from something mental, I don't know. But the bottom line is the dude throws 96 and has a wipeout slider, and the stuff is fantastic. You just can't command it. So, is it in his head? Is it, I mean, certainly it's something physical if it's release point or whatever it is, but is that stemming from something mental? I don't know. Hey, Dad, good morning. Bubba Smith, good morning. Maybe he needs LASIK. Brent Roban, good morning. Yeah, can't help but wonder if those two bizarre missed pop-ups were the difference between a win and a loss. Yeah, I mean, you wonder how different the game is. I mean, that certainly is what allowed ULL to get some separation against LSU. And when will that ever happen again? Morgan and Cruz in consecutive plays lose pop-ups in the sky. Yeah. John Wesley Wagner, we got to get pitchers healthy before the tournament, plain and simple. Well, you're not getting Shores or Edwards back. So if that's what you're banking on, you're not getting those guys back this year. So scrap that. You'll probably have Nate Ackenhausen back this week. And again, the good news is Javen Coleman could potentially ramp up and give you more and more and more, which is great to see. The bottom line is plain and simple. You're going to need guys to play roles that play bigger roles. And you're going to need Gavin Guidry and Griffin Herring to continue to be solid contributors for you. You're going to need Ty Floyd to be a guy that can get you into the fifth inning of the second game of a weekend. And I'll point it out again, man. Ole Miss won the national championship last year with two pitchers. Two. Dylan DeLucia, Hunter Elliott. That was it. And they hit the baseball. So you can do it. But again, I'm going to say it again. I know Jay's not giving any firm update on it, but I'm very confident in saying you're not going to get Chase Shores or Garrett Edwards back this year. Wendell Norman, let's see. Cliff Nelson, good morning. Brian Wynn, Larry Garner, PTG Toasty, good morning. Nick Newbill, Jason H, Alex DeVilliers, good morning. Samuel Smith, did you dread doing today's morning scone because of the incoming melt from a midweek loss? Not really, man. Honestly, Samuel, it's, if you weren't here as I opened the show today, at this point, if you don't understand my point on the midweek game thing, then it's been 6 years, then you're just willfully ignorant of the whole thing. You're choosing to believe something that is not what I mean. So whatever. The point is and always has been, losing a midweek game will not prevent you from winning anything, from achieving any of your goals. Losing a midweek game is not going to cost you an opportunity to host. It's not going to cost you an opportunity to be a national seed. Similarly, winning a midweek game is not going to cement any of those things for you. So it's an opportunity to learn more about your team, and I think we did yesterday. It was a great idea. It was great to see Javen Coleman throw well. Disappointing to see Thatcher Hurd struggle again, but more ABs for Milazzo as Brady Neal continues to come back from injury. So you take those things away, the result itself is the thing that's just Okay, it'd been great to win it. You didn't. Okay, next. Go win this road series against Ole Miss. Tim Gotra, tough luck for Riley Cooper. Thought he pitched way better than his box score shows. The one mistake he made was leaving a 2-strike fastball elevated and got crushed for a 2-run homer. But yes, I agree with you. The 2 fly balls to left field and to center were just backbreaking. And the weird thing about that, Tim, is then LSU gets out of that inning with Morgan making a running catch into the wall and Joe Bear making a dead sprint catch on a sinking liner in right center. I mean, those 2 made back-to-back spectacular plays to get out of it. Anyway. Bailey, see, the video I found you was your UCLA postgame. That's fun. I mean, not really, but kind of. Eric Wilderwater, good morning. Sure you're in for a day of logical, informed questions. Nick, let's see, Coleman looked really good. He could be the Sunday guy. Unfortunate, Hurd continues to struggle. Yeah, we'll see with Coleman. He's got to ramp up, right? And I think Christian Little, with the way he pitched this last weekend, has earned the right to be run out there again as your number 3. And I think one of the things we've learned about Christian Little is he's better out of the windup when he has a clean inning, right? If you bring him in mid-inning, runners on base, he's pitching out of the stretch and it's a little frenetic, that's not his strong suit. He's going to be better when he can start an inning out of the windup, nobody on base, and it's sort of clean. So maybe Little as your starter game 3 is the best option. If you throw the ball over the plate, I mean, he gave you 9 up, 9 down, and then in the 4th inning, he walked 3 guys. He walked the bases loaded. So maybe he's just a guy that's going to try to get you 9 outs, get you through the lineup once, on game 3, and then hand it off to the next guy. Samuel Smith, Blake Money gives up a homer. I'm surprised. That only happens every game. Yeah, I mean, you just can't. Blake Money is just a guy that you can't. And I mean, I hate to say, because I'm not trying to knock the guy. I mean, it's not like he's trying to go out there and give up homers or whatever. He just is what he is. He's not going to give you anything of significance. He's just going to be a guy when you have to have someone on the mound throwing the baseball. He's just midweek, late in here, go see if you can get some guys out. That's kind of his role. Sam Smith, feel bad for Hurd, yeah. Shelby Kelly, let's see, Tim Gocher, watching Crane and Company. They said A&M has thirsty players in the transfer portal. Oh, 30. I thought you said thirsty. 30 players in the portal. Let's see, Matt, help me understand why some of our pitchers will get up on hitters with 2 strikes, no balls, will serve up a pitch right over the middle of the plate. I get you want to throw strikes, but so pitch sequencing matters. You never know what. Like, again, that's the tricky part. I think someone maybe asked this yesterday too. Like, what we don't know is, right, so when the pitcher looks at his band, right, like the pitch is being called, it's not only the pitch but also the location. So one of the things we don't know is what was the location called, and did the pitcher maybe miss his look? Like, I'll tell you this, the home run Riley Cooper gave up, that was way too good of a pitch with 2 strikes. I mean, it was a letter high fastball, and the guy crushed it. Like, there's no way that's the pitch that was called, or at least the location that was called. So you miss your spot, you give up a homer. I mean, to a hitter that knows he's got to be aggressive and protect the plate here, and you serve him up 1 letter high. I mean, I don't think that's, hey, it's 0-2, throw him 1 over the middle of the plate. No. Like, that's probably pitchers missing their spots. Antron Hemingway, morning, Matt. The fam, who tell Drew I said hi. Will do. Leon Williams, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thomas Lamont, Weston Weaver, Brett, a couple more here. So always shout out to Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. Of course, you need orthopedics, go to Brock, Hudco Roofing, hudcoroofing.com. Man, y'all, I tell you all this every day. Whenever it rains, especially like it did on Saturday, Friday night, Saturday morning, man, our phones rang. So I would highly, highly recommend y'all, if you were in any of the areas that got hit with that weather Saturday morning, let us come do a free no obligation roofing inspection. Go to hudcoroofing.com, hudcoroofing.com. Right there on the homepage, there's just a little form. Just fill out the contact form and someone will be in touch with you to schedule. You don't even have to be home for the inspection. It's literally just an okay for us to come to your house, get up on your roof, walk it, mark it, chalk it, see if there's damage, inspect it. And if there is, we'll help you file a claim. If not, no worries. You're good to go. Ship shape. Let's see. Michael Clark is in Cambodia. Wow. Morning Scone's gone international. Thanks for watching, man. I appreciate it. Y'all smash that like button if you would too, please. Couple more. Donovan Peterson, how do I watch baseball postgame interviews? You don't, unless if any of the media posts them. What you can do is listen to Jay on the postgame radio interview, right? So after the game on the LSU Sports Radio Network, Jay does an interview with Bill Franquez from the Champions Club at the box. So if you're listening to Eagle 98.1 or streaming audio of the game, you can listen to Jay there. But as far as his Q&A with the media, that's not streamed. Haley Van Lith in state. Yeah, man. Haley Van Lith, the Louisville transfer, is visiting LSU. So see if Kim can get her. Barry Jocelyn, good morning. So he could have easily won the game if he wanted to burn a top pitcher, but Ole Miss series is much more important. Yeah, I don't know who they would have. I mean, look, you still got to hit, but I don't know who they would have brought in that would have been available. But that's always kind of the point, right? Irfan Sayad, good morning. Brian's asking if Van Lith is a lock. I don't know that. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I know or know anything about Haley Van Lith or what she's planning to do. I hope she does. Let's see. Earl, good morning. Brant Roban, we've won every series. That means more. It does. Charlie Cavell, Ryan Amanda Guidry, Quentin Brakebill, good morning. Trey Patan, the fourth inning was rough. It was. Joel Cunningham, Hurd, and Floyd need to see a pitching psychologist. The poise and confidence aren't there. Floyd has been better. Floyd's thing is like if you can just get through the first couple innings and settle in, he's fine. You know, he really got into a good groove in the third and the fourth inning on Friday. Everything unraveled in the fifth when they brought in Herring, the defense let him down. Look at Megan. Wow. 3:33:49. That is a baller time. Congrats to you. That's awesome. 3:33:49 at the Boston Marathon. So for those who don't know, like you have to have a qualifying time to run the Boston Marathon. It's not just like anybody can get in. Like I ran the Marine Corps Marathon, like anybody can get in. I ran New York City. Now that's a lottery system to get in just because so many people want to run it. To qualify for like you have to have a qualifying time. Like I could have never qualified for the Boston Marathon. So that's awesome. 3:33:49 is awesome. Congrats. Jordan Grace. Jerry DeLucky, Oliver Twist night. Yes, sir. Scone and Tea at Oliver Twist. Looking forward to being back there tonight. Jerry, after last night, I'll cancel my airline tickets though. At least some of you get it. At least some of you get it. Deborah Coward, good morning. Scott, it's 8 o'clock. Scott Anderson, good morning. Beth riding a thin line with softball. They lost to McNeese last night. Yeah, Beth's fine. They're a talented team, man. They'll be good. Jeff Hawk, good morning. Good to see you there. Jason H. Maddie can try to get the running Jewel dunks tomorrow. No, I'm not. When they announced their drops, Jason, I need to go back and look. They announced the next three to five drops. I don't remember. There was only one that I won. I cannot right now for the life of me remember which one it was. But I set my notification for it, my reminder for it. But when we're done here, Jason, I'll look at my phone and see which one that I have the notification set for. Okay, I gotta go, y'all. Gotta get Drew up and get him out of school. Thanks so much for watching. As always, smash that like button on your way out. And remember, ProCharge EV charger giveaway. 3 winners at the end of this month. Today's the 19th. So you got a little less than 2 weeks left to enter. So click the pinned link, or if you know someone who owns a business or any commercial property, send them that link, please. Tell them, hey, look, this is a free EV charger. Bring business into bring people into your business, passive revenue opportunity, and it's a free charger. 3 winners at the end of this month. Click that link. All right. I got to go. Y'all have an awesome day. LSU Daily is already live. Please check it out. And AFR3, we'll see you. Peace.